I just want to. Okay. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, very nice.
I decided to go with a slit smile look for today's pod because I haven't done enough with this stuff yet to really know what I'm doing, but I figured I could just do something bloody.
I kind of like it.
It's not horrible, right?
No, it's pretty good.
I had to use like scar wax, so whenever I smile, it's wrinkly.
I know your expressions are going to be very...
And I feel like because I have, like, we use 2 cameras in the show, and Kellen's is, like, a nice one, and mine's, like, a shitty one. So I think it's literally just going to look like I have lipstick on my face.
Honestly, you look kind of hot.
Appreciate it.
Oh, my gosh. No, Emily's been super excited about, sharing her Halloween season with you guys because that is her personality. Spooky.
Yeah, all the time. But yeah, my birthday was yesterday, which was, I guess in your time, 4 days ago.
Correct.
3 days ago. But it was October 3rd.
Past Monday.
And so honestly, once the 1st of October comes, it's time to celebrate Halloween.
You were already celebrating pre-October 1st. Don't fuck with me.
This is also true, but
it got serious.
It did.
It was like a whole other level.
Yeah, it was like a whole personality shift.
The fact that your whole mouth can't actually move right now is freaking me out. Because it's not like your normal like talking.
Yeah, it's like not my normal like emoting amount.
I know. So it's kind of crazy to me. Spooky season. Oh my gosh. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Society 97. What do we don't do that anymore? Oh my God. Am I okay? I'm going to say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad.
I'm naked. Hold on. We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth.
Literally, let me tell you something. It's been so long that I literally forgot how we do any of this.
Yeah, so we batched our last 2 episodes.
Correct.
So that was in our time, like
3 to 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, 4 weeks ago.
Yes.
Almost a month.
Because although I don't have it on right now because I don't have to anymore, but I got my shoulder surgery. It went really well. I'm doing really well.
Yeah.
But like definitely needed time to just like chill and not do anything and not worry about anything because I had 0 energy.
Yeah.
Literally none. Like, yes, I was talking, I was up, I was moving, but like until a week and a half in, like I didn't care to like get off the couch.
Yeah.
I still don't really care to get off the couch.
Hey, I didn't even have shoulder surgery and I don't want to get off the couch. So,
you're
doing better than most.
Honestly, I feel like you're just taking it from me.
Yeah.
You're like, well, since she's on the couch, I can be on the couch.
Like,
well, like when dads like eat too, like when their wife's pregnant or something.
Yeah.
What is it, like nesting or what's it called?
I don't know what it's called.
I don't know.
But it's like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm taking on your pain.
Yeah.
So I guess if I have to just sit on the couch,
I have to just
do
nothing. I'm gonna do it.
Damn it.
No, but yeah, it's been a crazy experience. I've never experienced something like this. But yeah, I think going in before, like I was telling you guys, like I didn't know it was wrong. Basically, I ended up finding a tear in my rotator cuff, and we're all good now. Yeah. I mean, we're not good now. It's gonna be a very long journey, but yeah, she's prepared. She's ready to go.
Yeah, it's fixed as much as it can be, and
so it's going to be a process. But like Emily mentioned, it was her 25th birthday this past Monday.
Yeah, 25, quarter of a century.
Also, we would also like to add, before we get really into this, we also forgot to mention that we've been doing the podcast for a full year now. Like this is actually like our full 1 year anniversary episode. So kind of in light of all of this, it's a lot of things that we're gonna talk about today. Like we've learned a lot in this past year.
Yeah.
But yeah, 25 things we've learned at 25. Emily's now 25. I'm 25. And it's the most growth I think probably you and I both had in this past year. So a lot of these things are going to come from that. So happy 1 year anniversary to us. Happy birthday to Emily. Woo! Let's get this episode started.
Yeah. But basically we're going to be walking you through like 25 things that we kind of wish we would have known before turning 25. So yeah, take everything we say with a grain of salt. This is just our personal list.
We felt or honestly, we've learned in our 25 years of life.
Yeah.
And we kind of just wish we would have known sooner. Like, this is kind of like, what could I have told my teenage self?
Right. Like hindsight 2020. I wish I would have known that then.
Exactly. 100%. So to start it off, it's okay to change your mind. And I think that this is something that's extremely important because people are like, well, you said da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, I'm okay. It's okay that I now like the color purple.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
Yeah. I always think about it in context of like, the way that the education system is set up, it kind of forces you to like fit into like a funnel into like what you want to do with your job. Literally in high school, my high school, you had to pick like a category that you wanted to have an emphasis on your graduation in high school. So mine was business, but it's like, I don't fucking know. I'm 18. Like, and then when you go to college, you got to pick your major and all this stuff. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, well, we already committed, so now we're stuck in this. And I think definitely me and you in this past year have learned, like, no, you can pivot or you can change your mind and
Pivoting
you can do whatever you
so
want.
important and everything. And actually, this past YouTube video for the guide, like we talk about pivoting a lot, like within the podcast and the things that we plan to do or wanted to do or like the style, all this kind of stuff. And like, yes, pivoting and being okay with it and like knowing that you're not wrong for wanting to change anything. Like that's a hard thing to learn.
It's really hard. And I think for me, one of the hardest things is it's almost like not even that I'm afraid to do it. It's like I'm afraid of what other people are going to think if out of nowhere I'm like, you know what? I know I just got my MBA, but I actually want to be a podcaster.
Right. But that also kind of goes into like number 2 that we have here is it's not that deep.
Right.
Like it's not that deep. Who cares? You want to be a podcaster now. Fucking do it, bro. Like,
yeah.
Because like this isn't part of it, but like, yeah, you're the only person that can change your reality. So like, It's not that deep. Or like, even if it's a bad conversation or it's like something they're going through in life, like move on.
It's really easy to get caught up in like shit that happens day to day and to like kind of, I don't know, like quote, make mountains out of molehills. I feel like I was really bad about doing this pre-therapy where it would be like the smallest inconvenience in my life and it would just be like the end of my day. I'm like, God, fucking everything bad happens to me, blah, blah, blah. And like, I feel like once you shift your perspective and realizing shit's not that deep and like the world is so big and there's so many other problems, it's
we
like
live on a floating rock.
Yeah, like you're able to like really, I feel like just get the most out of your life when you have that mentality. So that's literally my Instagram bio is it's not that deep.
It's not that deep. It really isn't. And something that like Emily and I have learned over this past year is like just post it. Just post stuff on social media. It's not that deep. Like nobody truly cares that you post your 17th mirror selfie in the same mirror.
Yeah.
Mind you, like nobody cares.
Yeah, especially social media and especially like any younger listeners that we have. Like, I feel like you're kind of growing up in a time where social media is a lot less regulated than when me and you went. It was all about the likes. It was all about the filters. Like now it's kind of like, it's more real.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a Be Real notification. It was just Facebook Messenger. That if that doesn't show you how old I am, then I don't know what the fuck does. But yeah, it's like we're in a time where it's like I don't think companies are really caring that much about what's on your social media. I don't think society is. So like if you like something, fucking post it. Right. Who cares? It's not that deep.
Right. 100%. Number 3, be selfish and be selfish about a lot of things, but obviously be kind in that too. Like there's a limit to it, but like be selfish in choosing yourself every single time. Like if it's something that is important to you, stick to it. Like don't just change because somebody else told you to. If it's like it's going to affect you as a person, like your morals, your beliefs, your literal whole well-being, choose yourself.
Yeah. And I think with this, like, this is probably for me one of the hardest things I've ever had to learn how to do because I'm very much like a people pleaser. I'm very much like a yes man. Like I'll if somebody needs something, I'm going to fucking do it. And I ended up stretching myself so thin and just kind of getting burnt out from like friendships and then also like my job and things like that. And I think it's learning to like choose your own happiness over others. And we've kind of talked about this in old episodes, but like that ultimately makes you a better friend. It makes you a better partner. It makes you a better employee. Like whenever you're able to put yourself first, like and your happiness first, it's like so much better. And I feel like one good example of this for you is like when you did like your study abroad.
Oh, 100%. Like literally traveling, doing things on your own. Like, one, it's extremely freeing to learn about yourself because, yeah, like you're being selfish. You're kind of doing what you want to do. You're living for yourself in that moment.
But it's like your life. Why not?
But literally, exactly. Like, yeah, studying abroad, I know that's like super cliche. Like, I learned so much. But like, you truly do because you're literally in foreign countries trying to navigate your life and you got to figure it out.
You only have yourself to like depend on.
You don't even, your cell phone don't even work. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you literally only have yourself. So, yeah, like putting yourself first. Like, I was in some crazy ass situations there. And it's like, you got to put yourself first. And like, I don't know, it's really good. Like being single during this time in your life, like.
Oh my God. I cannot stress how important me being single.
Yes.
Like living alone and like navigating these first few years of my 20s has been, because honestly, like, not that you can't grow with a partner, because I definitely think that you can if the relationship's right. Obviously, you should be able to. But it's really easy to fall into like immature, convenient relationships when you're like this age, like
monotonous too.
Yeah,
they're just like they're just there.
I think something that like, I mean, I learned so much more about myself and like about what I wanted out of life because I wasn't worried about somebody else.
Correct. No, being single is super important, and like that kind of goes into like the whole like travel alone, eat alone, like go to a coffee shop alone.
You'll realize how much you fucking love your own company when you do stuff alone.
Yes, because also
I feel like I'm too good at being alone at this point.
That's a problem for me too. That's a problem for me
I'm like,
too. But it's like, yeah, going out and eating alone, like you really don't know what that's gonna like end up. Like I've met people through that where we end up going to a bar and hanging out and like become friends or like whatever. Like, or you just got to spend quality time with yourself.
Yeah.
It's both amazing.
Yeah.
You really just don't know where it's going to take you. The other part about being selfish is move away from your hometown.
Yeah, just get out. If you can afford to
understandable. We both did it, so it's really easy for us to say.
Yeah.
And sit here and be like, yes, yeah, do it. But at the same time, like you learn 10 times more than just being by yourself, moving away from your hometown, those beliefs, the core like values that you grew up in, you kind of like get to the point where like, okay, now I'm a butterfly and I can fly myself. Whether mom and dad believe this or not, or they don't, or my cousin or Aunt Jody or whatever the fuck. Like, you literally can be whoever you want to be. You can reinvent yourself. You can literally, my name isn't Kellen.
I mean, we kind of
what if I told you right now I had a whole other name?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't know. But I mean, we've kind of joked about this like very early in our friendship of just like you would like we're talking about like when you moved here, you were like, I did a lot of stuff that like I didn't ever really allow myself to do when I lived at home. Like I started getting my hair done and I started like, you know, doing different things with my aesthetic and like stuff like that. And I feel the same way. Like when I moved away, I allowed myself to be like my truest version of me without the like influence of my parents' beliefs, my friends' beliefs, my surroundings, just acceptance. It's like it doesn't matter because you're not pleasing anybody.
The craziest part is every time I go home, either one, I kind of fall back into that like little pattern, like the week I'm home or whatever, because it's like just what like that references to like weirdly in your brain,
right? Or
you kind of look around and you're like, how the fuck did I live here all my life?
That's
like,
where I go.
It goes like two ways. Like I've had both experiences where you're just kind of like, oh, like I'm back home and like.
You just fall into your old routine.
Yeah.
But then you like take a moment, you step back and you look around and you're like, this just isn't me anymore.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
Like I love going home and seeing my family, but like I don't feel comfortable like in that city anymore.
No.
Like I love it. It's cute. It's always going to be home. It's nostalgic, but I'm 100%. Like,
nah, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. No.
But in being selfish, this goes into the number 4. Okay? And that's don't be a dickhead to your parents. Okay?
Yeah.
Even though we're being selfish and we moved away from our parents, we still be calling them weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I was like kind of the woat when I was in high school towards my parents. I mean,
specifically my mom, but I also don't know if that was like me being a teenage girl to my mom.
See, I was the opposite. I was to my dad. And I just was mean, like for no reason. And like, I definitely know like there was a lot of mental shit because I wasn't seeing a therapist and everything then that like now I realize like, oh, it's like you were being like this because of XYZ, where it's like now I don't have that behavior. But I do look back at times when I lived with them and I do regret some of the things that I said or some of the ways that I behaved. And like now that you're older and our parents are older, it's like damn, I wish I wasn't such a fucking cock
Yeah.
to my mom and dad all the time.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't think that I was like the worst person or the worst child that they could have ever had, to be completely honest. Like,
no, I
beat a lot of odds. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I
didn't really do anything horrible.
No.
I just wasn't the kindest person.
No, and the thing is too, for like me and my mom, like we are so similar. Emily learned that this past weekend.
Like, freaky how similar they are.
Like, we are so similar. I know how to push her buttons in 2.5 seconds. Like, I can say something, do something, act a certain way, give a certain look, and I know how to piss her off. And when I was younger, you like
took advantage of that.
And
yeah.
like, looking back, it was just like me being a pubescent teenager. And just, like, being crazy. But like, yeah, it's just why. There was zero reason other than like, why the fuck did you do that? And like,
I know.
Thankfully, like, I have a chill mom and like we have a really good relationship. But I also understand that like a lot of people could never go past that. And unfortunately, like, you know,
it just sucks. Yeah. And so, be nice to your mom and dad.
Or your guardian or whoever raised you. Like, that is, they have put their blood, sweat, and tears into making you the person that you are. So.
Unless they suck, then fuck them. But like, for the most part, I'm sure the majority of the people who listen to this show, like, they probably have good guardians.
Yes.
Or had good guardians.
Or at least somebody, or as a figure, or somebody that you like admire. I'm sure like there was somebody in your life. Yeah. And if not, I'm deeply sorry. Like, I'm sorry.
So sorry.
Don't laugh. He said, I just feel awkward.
Trauma. That's how I deal with it.
I know, I understand. Number 5, appreciate your body now. And I think this is something that we as a society overlooks. Like, your body today is what you're living in. Like, you need to love it. You need to do skincare. You need to talk nice things to it because like it's your body today. And that kind of goes into like, I think for both of us, like, especially in this past year, like appreciating a good diet, appreciating like a healthy, like, workout routine and like regimens that like we are scheduled on, which is like weird to say, but those are all very important things. Like, don't put those to the wayside because in the future it's gonna create bigger problems.
Yeah, I even look at it too as like with that, just like appreciate the body you have now. Don't compare your body to what it was 4 years ago or 2 years ago or 3 weeks ago. Like, I was so bad, and honestly I still do it sometimes, but like I would say like my early 20s, I was really, really hard on myself about the way my body had changed. A lot of that had to do with the fact I wasn't dancing anymore. So like, it's just the way you work out is totally different. So obviously your body's not going to look the same. But like, I would look at photos and constantly be like, oh my God, I was so skinny. Oh my God. Like, and then I would get pissed at myself because I was like, then I thought I was overweight or X, Y, and Z. I didn't like the way I looked. You're always going to think that.
Right.
So like, just stop.
And every season of my life,
appreciate who you were then, but don't compare yourself to
like,
that.
And every season of my life, like looking back at everything, like from being in college, looking at my high school self, or me now looking at my college self. Like, for myself personally, I was an athlete. I was a student athlete. I swam 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
I was so lean because it's just all cardio. That is just not realistic for my life today.
No,
like, it's just not realistic. So you also have to look at like your lifestyle and what you're doing, and like,
you don't have 8 hours to go to the gym every day.
Working a 9 to 5 job means if you get an hour in, you got an hour in.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I fucking had to buy a treadmill just to walk at my desk because I didn't have time to do as long of a workout as I needed to.
Literally. Like, yes. So number 6, going into still like, you know, appreciate your body today. Wear your fucking sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen. It's not, you're not cool because you refuse to put sunscreen on the beach.
And
it's not cool.
And this is something that like I was told my whole life and I still didn't believe it. It's 100% true. You still can get tan with sunscreen
Honestly,
on.
I get tanner when I wear sunscreen.
Yeah, because you're not red and just peeling.
No, because if I don't wear sunscreen, I just burn and peel.
Exactly.
If I wear sunscreen, I tan.
Yeah, think of it like you wouldn't just throw a frozen pizza in an oven on broil, okay? It doesn't cook properly. It gets charred and then it's still frozen underneath. You gotta let that shit
too.
You gotta let that. Yeah, it'll stink. You gotta let that shit cook, okay? So wear your fucking sunscreen because guess what? I burned my chest so fucking bad a few years ago that I have wrinkles and I'm 25.
You also got big titties, so maybe that's just a part of it.
It honestly covers up because my boobs, but like if I had small boobs, like you would see it real bad.
Well, I have small boobs, but wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen every single day of your life. Like, even if it's raining outside, I got sunscreen on. Now, do I have it over my whole body? I will say no.
No.
But it's like my face, my
chest.
hands, my chest, like shoulders, neck, that whole area. But yeah, definitely.
I just started thinking of my neck,
my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
crack.
Also part of this, I don't know why I had this weird complex when I was younger, and my sister did for sure. If it's cold outside, put a motherfucking jacket on. Dress appropriately. Hoes do get cold.
Hoes get fucking cold. Do not go to a bar and be like, oh, I don't need a jacket, like da. Because chances are you're going to have to wait in some long ass line out the front. You're going to be freezing your fucking dick off. You're going to get in the bar, get sweaty as shit, but at least you'll have the jacket for when you get in the Uber on the way home.
Listen, it's cold outside. Dress appropriately. You don't win an award for being the coldest. You don't.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, everyone's like, look at that dumb
Honestly,
bitch.
you look dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I look back on pictures of me and, like, there was a literal ice storm and I had a tank top on. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
What was I doing?
And literally caption on Snapchat, hoes don't get cold. Bitch,
But
you
they
were
do.
freezing.
You were so cold.
You were freezing.
You were cold. I mean, the liquid in you probably helped.
Every time I was like, I'll just take another shot of tequila. Blacks out, slips on black ice. It's like, I mean, just put a jacket on.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong in your theory, but
yeah.
Get a cool jacket.
I just looked goofy.
Literally, I was at Walmart the other day. They actually have some cool jackets.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, and they're like less than $50.
Walmart's been stepping it
Yo,
up with their
Walmart's
clothes.
been low-key slaying. I'm not gonna lie. So go to Walmart and get yourself a less than $50 jacket. And they were like dupes for ones at Free People.
Oh.
Dead ass. I was telling my mom. Now the one looked like a little grandma-ish, but I was still kind of into it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's kind of the vibe right now.
You're right. It is kind of the vibe. But yeah, anyway, wear your fucking jacket. Wear your sunscreen. It's a whole thing. Number 7. If you don't like someone, walk away. Because honestly, someone better in your life is going to come. And that also goes for opportunities and things you're doing.
Totally.
If you hate your job, leave it.
Yeah.
Because something better will probably come. If
yeah.
you don't like the situation you're in, leave it. Something better will probably come. So a lesson overall for both of us.
Totally. Like, it's way easier said than done. And that's how all this stuff is going to be, especially big things like this. Like, just walk away. But, like, I will say the amount of people I've fought for and then in the end, they just walk away anyways. Like, they end up leaving you. It's not worth it. Like, the fight's not worth it. Like, your high school boyfriend is not, no offense, he's not worth it. Your best friend who's just kind of a bitch and like does shady shit, she's not worth it. Your boss that sucks and works you way too hard, that job's not worth it. Like, just walk away.
Yes. Because I mean, I'm a big believer in the universe, and like
Exactly.
the universe has it all figured out. Honestly, like, if you do believe in the universe and like astrology and all that kind of stuff, like, you literally have to remove yourself from bad situations in order to get good. So like, and they're going to keep giving you the same lesson over and over and over again until you fucking learn it too. So like, I mean, that's just me believing
Maybe
in the
that's what
universe,
they did with my, like the cockroach situation in my apartment. They're like, we're going to keep telling you this lesson until.
Is the lesson to leave the apartment complex? Because you just signed your lease. What was the lesson here?
Maybe it's like, maybe it wasn't in anything to do with cleanliness. Maybe it was like my personality. It was like, bitch, you need to start being a better person, or we're gonna keep sending roaches
like
to you.
You are a roach.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you're the roach.
Yeah. And I was living in their house. This is meta as fuck.
Whoa, we're not even high. We're sober as hell. Okay, moving on clearly, because that one was woo.
I saw a beetle in my bathroom today. Sorry, I just had to say it.
And you didn't call me crying?
No, I actually was very calm.
Oh my God, last
it
night.
wasn't a cockroach, so it wasn't scary.
Last night when I got home from dinner with like for your birthday, I walked in the house. There was a massive hornet, which I thought was a cockroach at first, because like it was so big and its wings were closed. I was like, oh my God, this is a cockroach. I'm calling Emily.
Wait. Maybe that's what it was in my bathroom, because it kind of had like the body.
No, it was a hornet, and it was massive.
Was it in your house?
It was in my house on the shades downstairs.
Oh.
I smacked it off, but it didn't kill it because it was on the shades. Like, it was a little hard.
You couldn't smush it.
Couldn't smush it. So then it goes down lower. I ended up, I'll show you later. I ended up like breaking half of my fucking blinds because I killed this hornet. But I couldn't have that stay in my house.
No, literally today I was walking into my bathroom and I saw this like beetle hornet looking thing. It was like limping. Because you know, my place has been sprayed so many times that,
Right?
you know,
He's dying.
When he cuts the perimeter, immediately he's like
Choking.
like dying in the battlefield.
Yeah.
And so then I ended up putting a shoe on one foot and smashing it.
Well,
But it wasn't a roach, so that's why I didn't call you crying.
he's seen better days.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to Emily's house.
You're not welcome.
You're not welcome. All right. Number 8. Oh,
That scared the shit out of me.
we were talking about bugs.
I know, and
It
then
makes sense.
my scar wax just fell into my mouth because it got stuck in my hair, and I thought it was like a roach in my mouth.
Okay, number 8. Don't be what the fuck?
Don't be well.
That's not even
be unwell.
That's not anything that even says. That's the best part. When I reread this, you're gonna be like, bitch, what?
Be unwell as possible.
Okay, number 8. Being jealous is a waste of energy. Don't compare yourself to others, and social media is fake.
Literally, being jealous is the biggest fucking waste of your time. Like, put your energy towards something that's going to better yourself, and jealousy does nothing but, like, honestly age you and make you tired.
Jealousy literally eats your soul.
Yeah.
And it's your ego, which is why you're jealous, to be completely honest, and that's why it eats your soul. But, like, there's no time to be jealous in this life. Like, of course we want things, or you want to strive for better things, or like you, but you are not anybody else. So anything you see on social media, the lives that those influencers live, like Kylie Jenner's body, like whatever, they all have it for some reason. Yeah. But that's not you.
I even think of it in comparison to like my friends. And like right now I'm in like this negotiation weird limbo with my company asking for a raise, and what I'm asking for isn't a lot of money, but I look at my friends' salaries and I'm like, I'm getting so underpaid, but it's like, I can't be mad at them because what my job is offering is a lot of things that other people's jobs don't have, that isn't in terms of monetary value. But like, that's one thing I'm really, really bad about and have gotten better about recently, is just even people I know personally, not even celebrities, being jealous of things in their life.
Oh yeah, no. And just like being the jealous friend isn't a cute look. It's not a cute look.
It's exhausting for you too. Like,
it's
you're doing
as
yourself,
a friend that's not jealous.
You're doing yourself a disfavor by being jealous, because like you're just making things worse than they need to be.
No, yes, and that's a whole other thing to talk about. But anyway, number 9. It's okay to be like the weird friend or have like weird interests. Like, your real friends will not judge you. I mean, look at Emily's face, her anime sweatshirts, her entire fucking house, anything she loves. Like, yesterday when I gave her birthday gift, I was like, I tried to get every single personality of Emily in her birthday gift.
You really did.
Because
it was like cooking, anime, like skincare,
skulls, Hello
Kitty, and then like
a flower vase.
Yeah,
like, we got sushi.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was like, everything that I can encompass of her. She's weird as fuck. I love her to death. But
and that's the thing. Like, I don't think I was like confident enough in myself, and B, confident enough in my friends to be accepting of my truest self. Yeah. And I think that's something that I've learned like over time, is like, if people don't fuck with you, then that's fine. But like, good friends will not care what you're interested in.
No, but also like, everybody has weird interests. Yeah. I also have weird interests. It's just easy to poke fun at Emily because she likes anime. And she's very vocal about liking anime. Yeah. That's it. Other than that, like, I mean, what is weird? Like, you like spooky season? You win every other bitch. Right. Like, you know, you like a good pumpkin latte? Yeah. You win every other bitch. Like,
yeah. I have like weird hobbies, but like, they're not anything that like your friend would judge you over.
No, but also like, you probably find things that like I like to do weird or like obsessive or whatever, and it's just because it's life. Yeah. So it's completely okay. Be the weird friend. Be vocal about the fact that you have interests. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Also, like, yeah, being weird isn't a bad thing. And it's fucking cool.
And if your friends don't want to be friends with you because you do something weird or watch something weird or say something weird, like,
fuck them.
Fuck them. We don't need them anyway.
They suck. We'll be friends with you.
Bye. Number 10, allow yourself to fail in life. And it's
really hard.
The hardest thing to like accept, learn. I think. Like, to be okay with the negative in life. You can say that you're okay with the negative until the negative happens. But like, it is so hard, and that's still something I'm trying to learn, but I'm also learning that like, a lot of negative comes with a lot of good.
I was about to say, like, and with that, we kind of talked about this in one of our guide episodes, and it was kind of like dealing with rejection. I think that kind of falls into this a lot. In life in general, it's going to seem like a lot more bad happens than good, because we don't really take full like advantage of the good stuff. But when something's bad, it's like, that's where we focus. That's where we put all of our energy. We get pissed. We talk shit. Like, we do all this stuff. And it's like, it's not going to be as bad as you think it is. Kind of going back to like, it's not that deep, but also like being okay when shit is bad. Right. Because it's going, like, shit will be bad. That's how
honestly,
life goes.
Life, 80% of the time, there's bad shit happening around you. Whether it's to you directly or just
especially in the world we
you.
live in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's always negative things, and like you still have to live, you still have to thrive, you still got to pay bills, you still got to wake up in the morning. Like, being okay with the negative, it's so hard, but also when you kind of start to learn to be okay with it, it's like you grow. You grow so much. And Emily made a point earlier. She was saying about how like 30 seconds of being in an uncomfortable situation can literally change your life forever.
Yeah.
So like, yes, you might fail in that conversation. Yes, you might bomb that interview. Yes, you might have done the worst speech of your life, or like changing a job and telling a boss off or something. Like, it might be the scariest 30 seconds, but also it could be the biggest life-changing 30 seconds of your life.
Best lesson you ever learned, the best connection you ever made. I just kind of think back to it, and like, I've had a fuck ton of interviews for jobs, so many. But if I didn't go to all the ones that I didn't think that I was going to qualify for, or I didn't feel like that great about, like, A, my interview skills would suck because I wouldn't have had gone to as many, and B, it's like you never know, and like through doing shit like that, like you network, you make connections, and even failures, like there's something to learn from it.
Exactly.
So like
there's more growth in failing than
you ever will have when you're successful.
No, because like every single successful person, their favorite part of getting to where they are today is the failure
and
that
like
they
overcoming
had their
that
entire time. Because once you've made it, once you're at the top, once you've had it all, where is there to go?
Yeah, there's boring.
And that's what they all, like, every single person says that about their growth, especially like extremely successful people, or what we view as successful.
Right.
And also in this, like we were already saying, when you fail, typically other opportunities come up. So like say yes to them, even if it's not exactly what you're thinking of in that moment. I actually have a friend who like graduated from college, got her degree, was serving, and was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in my life. And this girl was like, oh, I think you'd be like a really good aide for like us at school. 4 weeks in, they were like, we want you to become a teacher. Like, she randomly just said yes to this opportunity. There was zero like reason or like anything to her degree that would make her like do this, other than like she just aligned with her values.
Right.
And then they're like, oh, want to become a teacher for us at a private school?
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, you never thought that opportunity would present itself. And she, not that she was at her lowest in this moment, but it's like kind of just like, what the fuck am I doing?
She felt like nothing was going her way, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's like, she's literally about to become a teacher. And what?
And
that's insane.
And also that, it was birthed from kind of like failure. Because it's like you went to college, you didn't use your degree, you went and became a server. But it's like that all happened because it was meant to happen.
Exactly. And that's right there. Yeah. Amazing. Number 11. Talking about the boys now. Nice guys will never have to tell you that they're a nice guy.
Yeah. Any guy who is like...
Yeah.
No, because I've fucking dealt with so many of these SOBs. It's like, if anybody has to tell you they're fucking nice, they're not fucking nice. Because no nice person has to be like, oh, by the way, I'm the nice guy. You should give the nice guy the chance. Da-da-da. No. Don't
nice
give
guys finish last.
Don't give the, quote, nice guy the chance. Give the kind person, the one who cares about you, the one genuine. Who's putting you first, not the guy who tells you that he's fucking nice. Yeah. He's a scumbag.
Right. And I'm at some point, he probably will say, well, I mean, I'm nice, like whatever. That's completely different than like the first time you ever meet him. Like, well, I'm a nice guy, so you better give me a chance. Like,
yeah, like
completely different.
Yeah, and also like just because somebody's nice doesn't mean you owe them shit either.
You owe them nothing. Also in this category, just talking about boys, if his dick is good, he's probably toxic. Better run.
If it's too good.
We both have learned this the hard way, and that's the problem though, because you want to keep going back.
It's never the best dick of your life from somebody who's the best person. I just have learned that. And I don't know why, but it seems to be a pattern where it's like guys who are very, very, very good in bed kind of suck as people.
Especially at our age.
Yeah.
Especially at our age. Because obviously, like, when you're in your 30s, hopefully you can play some dick. Like,
yeah.
I'm hoping you got it going on.
Hopefully by then you've had enough practice.
Yeah, but like we're saying from the years of like what, 16 to 25 of getting dick down. If they're good at it, bitch, they toxic as fuck. Run. That's all I'm saying. Number 12, try new things. Always be a life learner and always try new hobbies. Yeah. This is something that Emily is extremely good at and I envy a lot, to be completely honest.
I just think
might be the ADHD.
It's definitely
might be her personality. We're unsure.
It's definitely both. But like the thing about me is like I have realized, I think, this is all from living alone because I didn't really ever do any of this stuff. Throughout my life, I had like random hobbies, but it wasn't ever just like me trying a bunch of shit or like putting myself out there to like try something. But like something about like, I think this goes back to like the living alone, figuring out who you are, figuring out what you like. It's like you kind of fall into these like categories of life. And so for me, like my whole life, I was always a very creative person, and then kind of once I started working, my role is quote creative, but like it didn't allow me the outlets that I really wanted. So like picking those up in hobbies and trying a bunch of new things and finding shit I'm really bad at and finding shit I'm really good at, it's just like it helps you like mold the person you are, and then it also helps you like get into community with other people who have like similar hobbies to you.
100%.
Like you meet so many more people and have so much more like commonalities between people when you do try a bunch of new shit.
And I envy you a lot for this because I don't try a lot of new stuff, but that's just because I'm so used to like my everyday routine and this and that. And it's like, there's been some times like, okay, Emily is extremely good at makeup. I'm not anywhere close to how good Emily is at makeup, but she's taught me a thing or two. And there's been times like on a Saturday night where I'm like not doing anything, and I'll just sit here and like try new things with makeup, and it's so fun. And it's not that I'm even trying to do anything wild. It's just like copying someone's makeup routine and just seeing if I can do it and like putting into practice and like doing my eyebrows a little bit too thick versus too like, I don't know, just like trying new shit. And like it's so fun, and it like your skill set and different things just is able to grow.
Yeah, it's always good to just like disrupt your routine as well, like because I feel like life can get very monotonous and days can go by really fast, and you're just kind of like, oh my god, it's been a year, what the fuck did I do?
Honestly, I like once a year, I know this like sounds crazy, and I think to like my mom, she'll be like, no you don't, but I really do. I try to read one book a year that like I never would have had like an interest in before, because it's like it's something that like I hate doing, but I feel like it's important to still read, and like also like you learn randomly like a lot through reading books. Like, I don't know. So it's like that's one thing, and it's like not necessarily it's like a hobby or anything, but it's like I try to make it one.
Yeah, it's something that you.
But
like,
I'm very bad at sitting down every night and reading. Like I'm very bad at that.
Yeah, I really love reading as well. I just when I was in my master's, it was so much reading that I kind of fell out of love with it because I was doing it so much. But I've been doing like audiobooks recently, and I fucking love that. So I need to get back into like reading a physical book.
I need to do that now that I can only do like very leisurely activity. So nice,
yeah.
I should do that like when I'm like riding a bike or something, because like
there's a whole YouTube channel that I found.
About this.
Oh my god, the narrators on there are so good because they like do different voices, and it's not boring because there's some like narrators that just suck. But
no, tomorrow I should do that because I really want to go and ride the bike at the gym. I'm literally cleared 3 hours, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I gotta go. I gotta go back. I'm like, it's fucking crack. Crack addict. But no, maybe I'll do that because I'm just like gonna ride the bike. That'd be so fun. Okay, moving on. Number 13, keep your circle small. And this is something definitely like in my older age, I know we're only 25, I've learned. You do not need to be everyone's friend. It's okay to not be like liked by every single person in the room. As long as you got like your 2, 3, 4 closest ride or die people who you know genuinely will ride or die for you, that's all you need.
Yeah, and I think definitely 100% I agree with you. Like you figure this out the older you get, because also like you just have less time than when you're younger to like spend with other people. But I will say one thing just off of like being more of like a fly on the wall and like a witness, because I've never been a person who just has a huge group of friends. Like that's just not really my personality. I'm very like intimate with my friendships and I like to keep them very close to the vest. So like whenever I'm around people who are that way, who have a ton of friends, like I feel like they tend to be like some of the loneliest people too, because it's like when you're spreading out yourself so thin and you're putting, priority on 25 people instead of 5, it's like it's hard to feel like gratification and like companionship with people really closely when your group is so large. So yeah, I would just encourage people, like you can have a bunch of friends, but I would say like the closest people, you don't ever need like more than like 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like go to ride or die.
Yeah.
Of course, like I'm friends with people outside of that. But like everybody knows I'm with Emily all the motherfucking time. Like without a doubt, don't even got to question it. I'm probably with her.
Yeah.
Like all my other friends here are like, hey, are you with Emily? And I'm like, I actually am. Or I'm like, no, I'm not. And they're like, okay, I'm going to call you. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Right.
But like, yeah, like no, it's always like without a doubt, like just because you got to have those people. You got to have those people that are like family, especially when you don't live at home.
Yeah, it's important.
Also, under this topic, we also want to just mention that when you, especially in your older age, make sure that your core values align with that person as well. Because you will not stay friends with them. It's going to be the worst friendship probably of your life if your core values don't align.
Yeah, and I would say, like, definitely when you're younger, this doesn't really matter because I don't think you fully formed your own real opinions on life. And I mean, I'm thinking more like on this, I think of like political views, and I think you can definitely be friends with somebody who has opposing political views as you, but when it comes to like actual values and like if that has to do with a political party, like it's probably not going to work out because you guys are going to have a lot less in common than you think.
100%.
And you realize that later in life that like
those things do matter.
Yes, definitely.
100%. 14, clean your dishes. Put them away from the dishwasher. Make sure you just get it done. Don't leave them in the sink.
Yeah.
Wash your comforter. Wash your pillowcases.
Clean the moment you make a mess.
Do it.
Don't just leave it because especially if you have ADHD, the moment you walk away, it's over. You're not touching that shit for a week. So as soon as your dishwasher goes off, makes the little song that it's over, open it, empty it. That way you can put your new shit in there the moment you get something dirty.
Because like that is where the problem starts. So just avoid the problem.
Yeah, and wash your sheets regularly.
Yes.
You'll feel better too. You'll sleep better.
It's the best feeling. At least like once a
clean.
week.
Yeah.
That's my recommendation.
Yeah, just get a second pair of sheets. That way you don't have to wash it. You can just switch them out.
Be a hygienic person.
But yeah, just keep your life clean.
Number 15, no one cares about designer things. God. Honestly, staying on trend, especially the way it is in social media right now, for the birds. We don't got time.
Yeah, and also like the way that like I think definitely with social media has put this pressure to like flex your stuff. Fucking nobody cares, especially in real life when you're having actual conversations with people in person. Nobody's looking at your fucking shoes and be like, oh, are those real Jordans? Oh, are those real? Oh, that's from 2 years ago. Oh, those have stains on them. Nobody fucking cares. And definitely when I was in college and I had money to only spend on things that I wanted, I didn't realize how dumb all that shit was. I bought like a YSL bag with my first like big girl money. And it's like, why did I do that?
No, honestly, designer is the biggest waste of money because you can genuinely get something that's cheaper and the same quality.
Yeah, unless you are just a bajillionaire, there's no need, especially in your 20s. Nobody fucking cares.
No. Like, we might shit on the people for wearing Shein, but
yeah,
it's only bad because of, where it comes from and labor camps.
Go thrift. Nobody cares.
Legal stuff. But you know what?
Yeah.
Smart for the money.
TJ Maxx.
Because nobody cares. Because the way that the trends are today, I'm probably never going to wear that shirt again.
Exactly.
And that sounds so bad and it's so sad, but it's just the truth. And I know it's not just me. A lot of people are like that.
I would what I've been trying to do, buy basics. Everything that won't go out of style. Get 2 really good pairs of jeans.
Yes.
Get 2 button-down shirts. Get 2 nice blouses. Buy like 4 plain t-shirts and get like 2 pairs of neutral sneakers. You're good. Like, and then everything else you can just
mix
interchange.
And match, get some jewelry, change it out.
Yeah.
Then you can get a few statement pieces to kind of mix and match with everything else. Honestly, yeah, I've cleaned out my closet several times. Emily is amazing at always cleaning out her closet. But it's true. Like, you don't really need that much.
You don't.
You don't. Especially designer shit. It's kind of stupid.
Nobody needs that. And those golden gooses, get the fuck out. Get those out of my face.
Golden goose is disgusting. I will buy you a pair of Skechers and run over them with my car for cheaper.
And you know what? They look just as bad.
And I'll sew a star on them myself.
Put a little bedazzle on that bitch and spit
wherever
on
you
them
want.
I'll
customize them out here too.
Yeah.
I will make sure a rainy day. I will. Both in reverse.
You said I'll step in every puddle I see.
An extra $10 and I'll put her in reverse, baby. Yeah. Like I will do it.
I'll get my blowtorch out. I mean, fuck.
Like, fuck. Literally. I'll even get the cheese grater, rough them up a little bit. Those things are hideous.
And like for $600.
Like starting.
Yeah, for like the basic. That's not the customs. The customs are like $1,200.
Get out of my face with that dumb shit. Anyway, number 16, speak up for your values. And they're clearly not golden gooses.
Yeah. Yeah, don't let people tell you how to feel about your values specifically. And then also if you don't like the way something is, fucking speak up about it.
You're your only advocate in this life, so do it. Obviously, there's some people that have, in my opinion, very bad opinions. But
right.
They are ride or die for their own opinion. And kind of you can envy that.
At least you can respect the fact that they have the confidence in themselves to say that.
Exactly.
But they're wrong.
Yes. 100%. Number 17. Work-life balance is a must. And I think coming out of college, it's a big thing where we just like want to impress our bosses and want to have the best job and want to move up the corporate ladder and you want to do all those things. And every single person realizes quickly that's just not reality.
And also it's like, that's not going to get you there. Like being the guy who stays at work later than everybody else, being the person who takes on way more than they can do, does nothing for you in your career.
All it does
at the beginning.
All it does is completely like tear you down as a person. My aunt is a sales rep, and she was one of the best sales rep in like literally the nation, the region for her company when she was younger. She literally got ulcers in her stomach because she'd be up so late at night trying to figure out how to prospect, how to get her quotas and how to do all these things. And she was always like top 3, winning vacations, doing all this stuff.
Right.
Like, literally one of the best. She had no life. Yeah. And this moment she got like stomach ulcers from being that stressed, she instantly flipped it around and she was like, I can't do that anymore. Yeah. Get my quotas in and that's all I care about.
And also like the thing about a job, especially a corporate job, is like, goes back to the first thing or the second thing you said, it's not that fucking deep. Like it will still, the company will still be okay if you need to take off right at 5 p.m. You don't need to stay till 7:45.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go take your bathroom break, take your lunch, like turn your phone off on the weekends.
And something for me, like I have a work phone.
Right.
So I had to create a boundary for myself. Like I have customers. Like I had to create a boundary for myself that I have that phone with me from 8 to 5. Yeah. And 8 to 5, I can help you. 7:59, I cannot help you. 8:01, I cannot help. Or 5:01. What is it? Yeah, 5:01, I can't help you.
There you go.
And I know that's like really harsh. And it's a really harsh cutoff time, but you have to set that boundary because for me, then as soon as it's 5 o'clock, it's off till tomorrow. Yeah. And I get to go enjoy my life and do the things that I want to do because you legitimately have to. Or
you'll go crazy.
Yeah. And like that business does not care. Yeah. So it's your life and you need to live it.
It's like you think of it like a restaurant. Like if the sign says fucking closed, you can't just walk inside and eat.
Exactly. 18. Always trust your gut.
If you think somebody's a snake, they're a fucking snake. If you get a bad impression by a job that you're at, it's probably toxic. If a guy tells you he's something and you think he's something else, he is. Like, you're right. Your gut is right. Trust your gut because honestly, my gut has never been wrong. Literally never. Like especially about people, it's always right. So just listen to your gut.
No, and not even just about people and anything. Like if it's a job that you want to take, if it's a situation, a promotion, or I don't know, being the freaking person in the play at the church. Like if you have a good gut feeling about it, fucking do it. If you have a bad gut feeling about it, don't do it. Being nervous is different.
Yeah, I think having nerves and anxiety around things is normal and is probably a sign that you're doing something right. But if I'm thinking like also in life, like if you're in a situation that feels like a little unsafe or you're like, I'm not too sure about this, trust your fucking gut, especially as a woman. Like, it's not crazy to think this guy has a gun. Like me and Kellen were in a situation yesterday that was really intense and really scary. Yes. And like we could have easily just kind of did what this person said and whatever, like appease them. But like in our gut, we were like, we have to get out. We have to go.
It was wild. Yeah. We'll speak on another day. This episode is long. So 19, be responsible with your money. Adult money is a lot of fun because you can buy whatever the fuck you want and nobody cares. But bills are still due on the 1st.
Yeah. And also money doesn't not stretch, bitch. That shit is made of paper. It rips. So this check that you're getting may seem like a lot. Remember you got your taxes. Remember you got your house to pay for. Remember you got your electricity to keep on. Like you got to feed yourself. So there's a lot of things that being an adult you don't realize until you are paying your bills. So that salary that you were looking at may have looked really promising, but when you divide it all out, it's not a lot of money. So try to save your money as much as you can, which we really cannot do right now. But even if you're living paycheck to paycheck, be smart about what you're spending your money on.
Yeah, and because it's so easy to like go into Target and see their $5 section and just want to buy everything. Yeah. It is.
Or just like for me, it's like ordering like DoorDash or something.
Because like the convenience.
I'm like, I don't want to cook dinner. I just spent $43 on fast food essentially.
Yeah. For what?
Yeah.
One meal?
And
Crazy.
it's soggy and cold.
Exactly. Number 20, don't stop chasing your dreams. Be consistent in the things that you love to do.
Yeah.
And that just goes without saying. We have this podcast. We're going to keep going. Consistency is everything. And I think that's something that we've learned in this past year in anything.
Yeah. Honestly, like, even just getting good at anything. Like, you're never going to be good at something when you start, and like keeping consistent. And like, if I today decided I want to go be the world's greatest tightrope walker, I wish you nothing but the best. I could not expect to just go walk out there and try it. But like, the more I practice and the more I try, like, you're going to get better. And so if that's my dream, fucking do it.
Do it every day.
Like, who cares what other people think about what you're doing? Like,
goes back to be weird. Do your own thing.
And it's not that fucking deep.
Not that fucking deep. Number 21, live in the moment. Don't worry about like marriage, kids, having that dream job today. Yeah. Worrying even sometimes, honestly, you literally need to live in the moment today. Don't even worry about what tomorrow is going to bring you, because you just need, like, the future can't be written.
And I think for women, this is really hard because our whole lives we've kind of been told like, oh, well, you're only fertile until X age. Oh, like, you need to have a husband before you have kids. Oh, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You know what? Being 25, you realize how young that is still. I think when I was 15, I thought 25 was like geriatric. But like being 25, you're like, oh my God, that's still really, really young. And I have so much time to like do the marriage thing, do the kid thing if I want.
Especially at 25, it's a really strange age because a lot of your friends can get married now and it's not weird, or can have a baby now and you can be excited for them. Or they can own a house and you still pay rent, or live with mom and dad. Like, it's such a weird age where everybody is on a completely different scale.
Right.
That like, to be so worried about all of that, like, also kind of go back to like, don't be jealous and like believe in yourself kind of thing. But like, yeah, like, live in the moment that you've created for yourself, because that's how you're just going to keep going and do better things.
Yeah.
Number 22. And this might be more about myself. Don't manically get a tattoo or change your hair. And now I have a lot of experience with this.
All my younger girls, listen up.
Especially the tattoo, because that bitch you cannot change.
And if you do change it, it's fucking expensive and it's really painful.
And you most likely have to get a red rose, and I don't want that. So.
Oh, I was thinking like removal. Like, that's so
well, remover's gonna hurt, but I don't have money for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So my only other option would be to do a tattoo cover up, and
it's like, do I really want to make it bigger? And like, yeah.
Do I want a red rose? Because that's literally their only suggestion ever, and you're like, bitch, no. Like, I have a seahorse on the side of my hip, and I got it when I was 18, just because I could. I wanted to feel something, I guess, and I wanted to be rebellious against my parents, even though I was 18 and could decide for myself.
Right.
Here we fucking are. I fucking hate it. It's not what I want at all. But then it's like, what do I want to put over it? It'd have to be literally my whole leg.
Yeah, it would be like a Cardi B moment.
So we're rocking with a seahorse we don't like.
Yeah.
We've all had hairstyles we don't like. We break up with a boy.
Yeah.
Go dye your hair.
Chop it off.
Red, black, white, bangs.
And like, yes, hair grows back, but also like,
that's a moment you can't take back.
Yeah, like, wigs are fucking expensive, y'all. Like, really think about it before you do it. And like, the tattoo thing, for sure. Go get your ears pierced or something. That fills in.
Yeah.
Don't
get your nipples done. I don't know.
Yeah, just like, maybe like, really think before you get a tattoo.
Yeah, that I've done.
Because I am so for the tattoo community, but I still have yet to get my own tattoo because I'm like, I do not know what I would want to be on my body for the rest of my life.
See, okay, my other thing though about tattoos, we'll move on right after this, is that you can't think about it that hard. It's because to me, it's like a point in your life that's something that you like. Now, if it's done poorly or not what you asked for, aka the seahorse, that's why I don't like it, because it's not what I asked for.
Maybe then get a manic tattoo, but know your tattoo artist and know like the studio.
Manic tattoo has to be like one that you've genuinely wanted for a really long time. That doesn't make it manic, but like the moment you do it could have been manic, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's more about.
Yeah.
Anyway, 23, let other people win. Like, be happy for people when they win. It is not always about you. You could have your worst day of your life, but your friend is winning.
Yeah.
Be happy for them.
Yeah.
It's not their job to be just as sad as you.
Yeah, I think definitely like allowing other people to win and being happy for them is a very mature thing. So like you might not be able to do this at the point in your life that you're in right now, but I would really encourage everybody to work towards that, because it does feel really good when your friends win and like you actually are happy for them. Like that feels good for you too, because you're like, oh, I'm so happy that my friend is doing good,
and
like,
I associate with them because they're doing amazing in life. And like, yeah, it might be hard because they got a win that you didn't, or even you tried to go for, or you thought you'd have in your life by now, but like you have your own path.
Yeah, totally.
And it's their own path. Also a part of this, like if you're in arguments with people, it's okay not to see eye to eye with them. They can win.
Yeah.
You can walk away peacefully and both understand we both have different sides, but I still care for you as a friend.
Yeah.
And that is okay to do. That's also a very mature thing to do. And both are hard. Both are hard to be really happy for your friends when that's something that you wanted. And it's also really hard to walk away from an argument that you think you should be winning.
Right. And like, chances are if you're not winning it, you're probably wrong. So like, just be wrong. Let them win. Like, not saying to like fold, but like if it's not worth the battle, it's not worth the fucking battle.
Correct. Number 24, you don't always have to be the party girl or that girl. This is something we've really learned and experienced this past year. We don't have to be that.
We were joking last night. We went to dinner for my birthday, and we each had like one drink, and then I ended up having like a second glass of wine. But I was like, bro, since we stopped drinking, my tolerance is so low. I have 1.5 glasses of wine and I'm like drunk.
I'm like, feel kind of good. Now, granted, we didn't eat a whole lot during the day, but.
And before, like, it would be like one bottle and I'm like, do I have a buzz yet? I'm not sure.
Shots. No, yeah. But you really don't have to be that girl if you don't want to be that girl. If you really want to sit at home with a candle in your pajamas in bed, fucking do it. And you don't need to explain to people why you're not going to go out or why you're not going to do things. Like,
that's something that I've gotten like better at now, but I was really bad about that in the past. Like, I would feel bad because I would really have nothing else to do, but I felt like I needed to tell them I did, because I would feel bad just saying, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the club again and drink again. And
go out for the third night in a row.
Yeah. And I'm actually poor, so I really can't.
And people are so good at making you feel guilty for it, for themselves.
Yeah, because it's because they want to, and they want you to be there so they can do it.
Exactly. But it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
And just be selfish.
Yeah.
Our last and final one, and I think this is something that Emily and I both like value, I would say, the most, and especially over 25 years of life. And this past year, 100% is basically like, act confident and no one's going to question you. Like, it's okay to not know what you're doing, but as you do it, be confident in who you are and what you're doing and what you're standing for. And every single one of these things before it has to come from that.
Right. Yeah, I think the fake it till you make it is something that I think everybody should live by. But specifically, if you are trying to do something and create something for yourself, nobody needs to know that you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's fine that you don't know what you're doing, but just pretend like you fucking do. Walk into that interview acting like you've had 17 fucking years of experience. Like, go. I had to figure out how to fucking create an LLC and do trademarks, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just Googling it, but like, you'll figure it out.
Right.
And you'll get there. And side note, nobody else knows what the fuck they're doing either, especially at 25.
No.
Everybody is equally as lost and confused and feels like they're at a weird point in their life. So like, just pretend you know what's going on.
And it doesn't even have to be like a job or anything like crazy, crazy big. It's like literally walking into a grocery store that you've never been in before. Why is it terrifying?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It's so scary.
It's so scary because you don't know where anything is. Just walk around confidently. If you're going to a new gym for the first time, also so scary. Where's the equipment? Where's the weights? Where's the clips? What machine?
I used this machine wrong.
I don't know where that is. Where's the spray to clean this shit up? I don't fucking know. So terrifying. Act confident. Go in there. Do your reps. Do your thing. Even if you didn't mean to use that machine.
Yeah.
Do it.
Because honestly, you will confuse yourself too. And you will make yourself think that you are truly confident, even if you're faking it.
Exactly.
Like, at some point, you will start believing in that confidence.
And that kind of goes into like you speaking nice things to yourself, and that just, it eventually comes around, right? So that goes into your confidence, and that's literally everything, and that's everything that I hope you guys have realized in this past year that Emily and I have preached to you, just like, to be completely honest, 1 year ago, we had no clue how to do a podcast.
No.
Compared to where we are today.
No.
We did it for a whole 52 weeks and look at us now.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I guarantee in another 52, it's going to be completely different.
Totally different. Yeah.
So
it's fine. Like, we don't know what we're doing, but like, we pretended like we do, and it got us to a year later. So like, just at the end of the day, like, you're going to change so much in a year's time, and like, so much goes by, and like, life is so fucking fast. Like, it's insane to think that we started this a year ago and it feels like 3 weeks ago. But like, take advantage of every opportunity you have, live in the moment, don't think about the future, and just like enjoy the little things in life, and keep your circle as close as you can, and things will work out the way that they're meant to work out.
100%. And that is 25 things we have learned by 25. It's been real. It's been fun. But now it is time for us to go.
I need some dinner.
Me too. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Honestly, I almost asked you as you were doing your makeup. I was like, is this going to take so much longer? Because like, I'm about to go heat up some food real quick.
I need to eat.
I need to eat. I need to finish this YouTube video. We got a lot of things to do.
Yep.
But you know what? We're 25. Happy birthday.
Hey, thank
Our
you.
little Libra queen over here. It's Libra season, and I'm going to give it to her.
Shout out to anybody else who has an October birthday and Libra season. It's going to be Scorpio season soon. So.
100%. Also, let us know some things you guys have learned.
Yeah.
In your however many years of life.
Yeah.
I'm sure 25 is different than 30, than 35, than 40. So let us know.
Yeah.
We want to know.
I can't wait to be like 42 and like listen to this and be like,
I
I was
can wait.
I was so fucking dumb.
I don't want to be 42 yet. I'm okay with being 25.
Girl, I don't ever want to age.
Well, you just said you can't wait till you're 42. Anyway, I'm Kellen Redkey. You can find me at Kellen Redkey on Instagram.
And I'm Emily Starnes. You can find me on Instagram at Starnsy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram as well. We're at society97.pod on the gram. We're also on TikTok at society97pod.
Make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all of our videos. We post vlogs and the guide videos every other Tuesday. So write into us about the guide. We'd love to answer some questions, either quickly in the DMs or, over a whole video. We enjoy doing them. And every single Friday, you get the video version of the podcast. Okay, bye.
Bye.